The line's communities are organized in 3 dimensions. Residents have access to all their daily needs within 5-minute walk neighborhoods. And the line's infrastructure makes it possible to travel end to end in 20 minutes with no need for cars.
Hello?
Hello?
Hey, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Hello?
Is this the Cosmic Show?
It's the Cosmic Show. Who is this? This is crazy.
This is Mr. Atriq.
Hi, Mr. Atriq.
But everyone just calls me Jerry.
Wait, who is this? Jerry?
There's only
one Jerry.
My name's Jerry, the Colonel, retired Colonel Jerry Atriq.
Oh, I see what you did there. Anyway, what do you think about red heifers on the mount? Do you know about this? What is happening over there?
I wanted to talk about Palestinians. Back in 1969, I met a Palestinian woman, and we all called her Cleopatra. And we passed her around the camp like she was Cleopatra.
Whoa, wait, whoa. Are you sure she was Palestinian and not Egyptian?
Well, we called her Cleopatra because she looked like, what was that old lady's name? She looked like a Betty White.
Wait, Cleopatra looks like Betty White?
She used to look like Betty White when she was younger, in her younger days. And she wore a wig, but we all knew she was Palestinian because she ate rice.
Was it halal?
I'm not sure what kind of rice they called it, but she would cook it in this pot, and it was made of clay, and she would always put the Palestinian seasonings in it, and it was delicious.
All right, Mr. Atriq, you sound like you might be from Texas. Are you from Texas?
I don't. Well, Mr. How do I say, Mr. Cosmic? Are you Mr. Cosmic? Is this Mr. Cosmic?
You can call me that.
Well, Mr. Cosmic, I don't like to say where I am exactly, but I'll tell you this much. I'm about 20 miles outside of Dallas.
Let me think.
I lived in Dallas since I was a young boy, and I never left. And I always, after the war, is when
all right,
let's
get back on track, Mr. Atriq. Enough about the war.
Yeah. Well,
what do you think about Texas providing red heifers to Israel?
Red heifers? Well, I knew a red heifer. Her last name was Fitzpatrick. And boy, oh boy, she was a big girl, but she didn't move like one.
Okay.
She was her father was Irish, and her mother was a Protestant. Can you believe that?
Well, yeah, half of them are Protestant, right? The Irish?
Well, that's the funny part of it. Back in this was after the war. So I was in the war from 1967 to 1969. And what a lot of people don't know about the Vietnam War is that it was a fake war.
Oh, interesting.
We went to Vietnam. We didn't do a lick of killing. We did a lot of drugs, though.
I saw that you guys would be smoking marijuana out of AKs and shit.
Well, that was one of the ways we would take the marijuana. Among other things, Cleopatra would like to cook it in the food, and sometimes she was known to put PCP in the food.
Hold on, did you stop in Palestine on the way to Vietnam? to get Cleopatra?
Well, the funny thing about it was we were sailing down the strip of Gaza, and the commander said, "Hey, should we pick up some ladies?" And I said, "Oh, of course we should. What are we priests on this boat? Are we a bunch of priests? I don't think so."
You're like,
So
what is there a red heifer around? No.
I dated a red heifer, and her last name was Fitzpatrick. Her father was a Protestant, though. That's a funny thing
Did he
about
fight
it.
in the war too?
Well, her father would have been in, let's see, that was World War II, and he died of, I think it was pneumonia, but it was much later after the war. He was fine.
All right, we gotta get some kind of substance over here. What do you just think about the Jews, sir? Can you give us something?
Well, I mean, it kind of depends. In the morning, I like to have a little bit of apple juice, and then in the evening, I generally tend to have a grapefruit juice because, as you know, the sugar in the grapefruit is a lot better for you than the apple juice. So, yes, I do enjoy juice.
I meant like the Judaism Jews.
Oh no, I don't mess around with that religion thing. I'm not a Jewish or a Protestant, or I've been known to dabble in Hinduism, but even that gets a little crazy for my taste. You know what I mean, with the yoga poses.
That's a lot of crazy. How do you not do the other ones, but you go straight Hindu? Is that Cleopatra?
Well, yeah, well, it was something about that pussy. It was life changing. You know, that you ever had that kind? That life changing kind?
Yeah, I guess.
You know what I mean. It'll knock you around up and down sideways like you don't know what's going on. Excuse me.
That is true. All right. Do you have a message for anybody tonight? What do you think? Do you want people to be afraid of red heifers and Jews, or do you think it's all okay?
I just think that you're talking about them cows they're killing for, what is that? What do they kill? They're killing them, and they don't eat the meat. That's the thing about it. I had learned about the Jewish. They don't eat the meat. They like to drink the blood, right? Something like that.
I saw them throw a baby into a Moloch statue in 1933, and I couldn't tell if it was a real baby or not.
Oh my goodness! Now that is terrifying. And if anyone's doing that, I don't care what religion you are. Well, the Lord will have His day with you. I'll tell you what.
I thought you were Hindu.
Well, I dabble in some of the Eastern philosophies, but after Vietnam, I found the best way to do it is just don't do any hardcore drugs and drink plenty of water.
Good rules from life from Mr. Atriq. Thank you, Jerry.
Thank you, Mr. Cosmic. It was a pleasure talking to you. You're such a sweet gentleman, and I love listening to your show.
Thank you. Make sure you join the Rumble chat, all right?
All right, sounds good. Talk to you later.
So yeah, Mr. Jerry Atriq, aka Mars Bars, called in. Shout out Mars Bars with the performance. All right, let's get back to the show a little bit, shall we? We're talking about the Saudi Arabia's 3 prophecies
resulting in zero carbon emissions. By leveraging